I want to welcome you to the first edition of Wise Generation with Onizro Toluwani. And today we'll be talking about something very, very important. And I want you to follow me through this section. I promise you that at the end of this, you will get one of my major secrets that have worked for me over time. Wherever you're connected from, the platform at which you're watching from on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, on our Facebook page. I want you to follow the Facebook page, and also if it's on Instagram, you can also follow so that you can receive notifications as soon as we come online. So today we'll be looking at leveraging, doing your business smart. Leveraging, doing your business smart. Now, it is unfortunate that many people, they try to start up a business, they want to do something, but eventually things are not working the way they want. And that is because 70% of us, we have this heroic mentality. You want to be seen, you want to be the hero of the business, you want to be known as the CEO, you want to be known as the one in charge of everything, the brain behind every idea. But it doesn't work that way in the business line. It doesn't work that way. So in the business line, there is need for you to understand the principle of leveraging. For every great man you see, for every successful businessman, they've understood and they've mastered the principle of leveraging. So I have never seen anyone who is a successful businessman or businesswoman who has strived in this sphere of business, and who has strived in this sphere of business without understanding the principle of leveraging. So I want you to first understand that no one is an hero on himself. I've never seen a self-made millionaire. Yes, I've never seen a self-made millionaire. Nobody is an hero, especially when it comes to business. So you need to understand the principle of leveraging. So what is leveraging? Leveraging is an act of taking advantage of something to get a specific or a maximum result. Taking advantage of something to get the expected result you are looking for. That is what leveraging is. That is what leveraging is. So if you don't understand the principle of leveraging, it is possible that one, your business will not be successful. Second, it is possible that if perhaps it will eventually succeed, you might have to keep struggling in that business if you have not mastered the principle of leveraging. The truth is, leveraging is the easiest way to do your business smartly. It makes things easy for you. You are not under pressure at this time. At this time, you are not under so much pressure to achieve some tasks. Why? Because you understand the principle of leveraging. Now, let me ask you a question. Some of you, you've been in a scenario where you need about 200,000, for instance, and you are looking for one person to give you 200,000 naira. Some of you, you need 100,000 naira, but you are looking for one person to give you 100,000 naira. Now, leveraging is an attempt to spread your liabilities around. For instance, I need 200,000 naira to start up a business. I don't need to get one person to give me 200,000 naira, but I can get 20 persons to at least give me 10,000 naira. I can get 40 persons, I can get 50 persons to give me 5,000 naira just to hit my target. The most important thing is that I am hitting my target. So you are getting 200,000 naira from one person. The person can sue you to court because of 200,000 naira, but who can sue you to court because of 5,000 naira? So what are you doing? You are spreading your liabilities around. Now, scripturally, leveraging was allowed. Scripturally. Now, you will see that in the time of Moses, at some point, Moses was the only one judging all the children of Israel. Moses was the one there, he was the one here, he was just everywhere. He was seen as the master, he was seen as the leader, he was just seen everywhere. And one day Jethro called him, said, Moses, you will die. Moses, you will die. Why will you die? Because you will wear yourself out before time. Because you will be exhausted. Because you will be under so much pressure. He said, Moses, you will die. Why don't you leverage? I'm paraphrasing because we are looking at the word leverage. Why don't you leverage? Delegate leaders of 100, leaders of 50, leaders of 10, so that situations, issues that are beyond their control, that is what they will be bringing to you. So you don't have to judge everybody. Now imagine if you're a pastor. For instance, let me use as an example, Redeemed Christian Church of God. Imagine if the general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God needs to attend to every member of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. Of course, that would be practically impossible. Now, he has delegated people. So he has the AGOs. The AGOs felt, okay, we can't do this work. They decided to have the regional pastors. The regional pastors felt we can't do this work. They had provincial pastors. Provincial pastors felt we can't do this work. They had zonal pastors. They had area pastors. Parish pastors, the parish pastor, I can't do this work alone. Let me have the choir chord. Let me have the usher and the one coordinating the ushers. Let me have the one coordinating the drama department, just to make sure that things are going on right. So the principle of leveraging beyond business is one of the things that is most advisable if you don't want to wear out before time. So we are looking at leveraging. If you are just joining, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Onizro Toluwani. Subscribe to our Facebook page at Bro Onizro Toluwani, and Instagram Oni_Israel Toluwani, so that you can get notifications. So I have explained before now what leveraging is. So what are you leveraging on? What exactly are we leveraging on? Many of us, we are looking at people who are wealthy today, people who have made it real big. I'm talking of the likes of Elon Musk, talking of the likes of Jeff Buffett, talking like of Dangote, Bill Gates, and all these people. We begin to wonder, wow, these people are wealthy, these people are rich, these people are making it big time in their businesses. But we don't understand that many of these people, they are leveraging. How do I know? It might interest you today that if Dangote wants to open a factory, for instance, in Oyo State, Nigeria, if he wants to open a factory, Dangote would not use his existing money. What many of you don't know is that businessmen, oftentimes, they don't use their capital, they don't use their money to start up a business. Many of them, they go to bank. So if you know the amount Dangote is owing the bank, if you know the amount he's owing the shareholders, some of you will marvel. So now many of these people, they understand what leveraging is, and it's really working. The truth is, leveraging works for you as long as you know what you are doing. So what can you leverage on? Number one, you can leverage on other people's resources. Other people's resources. But before I go into that, let me categorically split that into two. That could be material. It could be material things like, maybe, okay, let me just start by saying money. Precisely, money. You can leverage on other people's money. Now you want to start up a business. You felt, okay, I don't have all the capital. I don't have what it takes. You can chat up your friends, especially for those who intend starting a small business of like 200,000. Look for people around, your families, your friends, chat them up. Please, I want to start up this business. Can I get 5,000 naira from you? I'll refund at so time. So you get it, you gather it, you think you are begging. You are not begging. Some of us, we think that is begging. That is not begging. If that is begging, I think Dangote is the highest beggar. Because every time he wants to start up his business, he locates a bank. And what's it called? Online, you want to borrow money online. What do they do for you at first? They give you 3,000. After giving you 3,000, you paid before time. They give you 5,000. After giving you 5,000, they give beforehand. They give you 20,000. Some of you have graduated and they are already even borrowing you 500,000. Now that is to tell you that once you are proven to be trusted, people can entrust their money into your hand, especially when you have the wisdom and you know what you are doing. Nobody gives their money to a confused woman being. Tomorrow you post shoes on your status, you post clothes on your status, another day you post baby materials on your status, another day you post cars on your status. No, that is not what we are talking about. They know this person is precise, this person knows what he's doing, this person knows what he wants. So you leverage on other people's money. I've told you, you need a capital. You don't need to look for one person to give you that capital. That is the strategy you must understand. Chat up with friends. Chat up with them. Okay, please, I want to start up this business and it's going to cost me 50,000 naira. Can I get 2,000 naira from you? Can I get 5,000 naira from you? In fact, sometimes they might not have to borrow you. They might eventually give you. Imagine if you are looking for 50,000 naira and you have about 300 people on your contact, and out of that 300, you have 50 people that can give you 1,000 naira. You have successfully achieved your goal. So you leverage on other people's money. Dangote is leveraging on other people's money. Elon Musk, they are leveraging on other people's money. Bill Gates is leveraging on other people's money. Amazon is leveraging on other people's money. Do you know the thousands and millions of people that own shares with them? They all own shares with them, and they are really making it. Are you with me? They are really making it real big, and they are not liabilities to anybody. The scripture says that a borrower is a slave to the lender. No. I had to paraphrase that scripture. I said a borrower, a senseless borrower, is a slave to the lender. A senseless borrower is a slave to the lender. When you know what to do with money, you will not be afraid. Let me tell you, rich people are not afraid to borrow money. Are you getting me? Rich people, they are not afraid to borrow money. Why? Because they know what to do. They know what to do to multiply. They know what to do to sustain their wealth. They know what to do. So number one, you leverage on other people's money. That is it. You leverage. If you don't understand this, some of you might have to wait for many years before you can gather 10 million to start up that dream business. Some of you have to wait for 3 years to gather that 500,000 naira to start that dream business. Some of you, as little as 50,000 naira is, you might never be able to gather 50,000 naira at a go in the next 1 year. I'm not cursing you, but because situations around you warrant that up, of course I don't know. But then when you understand the principle of leverage, you spread your liabilities around. You walk up to this person, please, this is what I want to go into. Please, can I get this amount from you? And they release it out to you. So you leverage on other people's money. Another thing is you leverage on other people's materials. Yes, I'm trying to divide what's it called? Leveraging on other people's resources. You leverage on other people's material. There are some businesses you want to start, you don't need to buy anything. So some of you want to start up a business and you are still you've not mastered how to leverage on other people's material by what? By thinking. For instance, if I want to start a laundry business, I tell you the only thing I might need to buy could just be a soap. Ask me how. Some of you want to start, for instance, a laundry business. You don't have the money to buy a washing machine. You don't have the money to buy the necessary equipment. But there is a washing machine in the house that nobody has been using. I remember, in fact, it's still at home. It's still at home. That washing machine has been at home for more than 4-5 years. I don't think they use it up to 2 times. In fact, they don't use it up to 2 times in 3 months. Because one, the power supply in Nigeria is quite bad. It's quite bad that it can't even power a washing machine. So the washing machine is dormant. Now, if I want to start a laundry business, all I need to do is to walk up to my parents and say, please, this washing machine has been dormant. Please, can you give me for a certain period of time, knowing fully well that you would have gathered resources to buy your own washing machine afterward. Now, after getting a washing machine, what do you need again? Of course, you might need a bucket, bowls. Some of you live around places where bowls, buckets are just playing around. Some of you know places where they've painted and they've abandoned buckets. What do you need to do? You walk up there, please borrow me this. Please borrow me this. I remember something funny. The Israelites were leaving Egypt. The Israelites were leaving Egypt. They were living permanently. But then the Israelites went to the Egyptians. This was what happened. They went to the Egyptians and said, oh, Sister Rachel, I'm very sorry if there's any Rachel watching. Now, Sister Rachel, please and please, we'll be traveling, and we'll never return again. Please borrow me your best shoe. Please borrow me your best gold. That was what happened in that scene, and they never returned it. Sometimes, what am I saying? Sometimes that washing machine you are collecting from your parents, you might not have reasons to return it, especially when they see you are doing fine and you're responsible. So you leverage on other people's material. You leverage on other people's material. There are several businesses you can start, and you would not need to buy anything for yourself. There are several businesses, physical businesses you can start, that you would not need to buy anything. I've just given you an example of a laundry business. You might not need to buy it. An iron, there are irons in the house. All you need to do is, okay, I will return this iron every day. I will return it. The most important thing I told you, leveraging, is doing your business smartly. Doing your business smartly. You are not under pressure of, where do I get washing machine? Where do I get iron? How do I get the money for this? Even up to generator. Of course, many homes are not using generator during the day. You tell your people, please, can I get this generator? Within the period of social time, I would have stabilized and I will return all this back. So you leverage on other people's material. Another thing you leverage on is you leverage on other people's time. You leverage on other people's time. What do I mean? There are some of you, for instance, you are into ear making and you have a friend. That friend will come to you and they will start gisting with you. They will start gisting with you. You are making the air, they are talking. What do? You engage them. Okay, you take this attachment, be removing it for me. Show them how to remove it. You are baking. You have a friend around. You have a friend around who is just talking. Okay, give that person the egg. Oh yeah, break this egg. Break this egg for me. This is how you mix it. This is how you mix it. By so doing, you are also saving your own time. What would have taken you 3 hours, within the short period of time, you're already done. Why? You have leveraged on another person's time. But some of us, we don't know how to delegate. You don't know how to say, please do this for me, please do that for me, please do this, just to save your time. You don't know how to do it. It will wear you out if you want to do everything for yourself. So you leverage on other people's time. Please, as much as I'm saying this, please value your time. Value your time. There are so many people that they will just tell, and please, can we go to Ibadan together? Or you and Ekiti, that one will just come and meet. Hello, please, I want us to go to Ado together. And you tell the person, okay, let's go. Let's go. Some people, they don't know how to value their time. They are just jobless. Let me use that word. They are jobless. That even if anybody calls them, courtesy demand, if anybody who knows that you value your time, we ask you, will you be able to do this? But some people, hello, can we go to Ado together? Are you busy? Are you free now? And you hear people saying, I'm free, don't worry, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. Sometimes people complain, you are always busy, you are busy, every time you are busy. Yes, I'm always busy. If I'm eating, I'm busy eating. If I'm sleeping, I'm busy sleeping. If I'm swimming, I'm busy swimming. If I'm watching a movie, I'm busy watching a movie. If I'm attending to somebody, I am busy attending to somebody. So you can't come from nowhere. Some people are fond of it. They pick up their phone and they just call and they go straight into their conversations. Like, hello, and this is what happened. Courtesy demand. Are you available? So you need to value your time. But when you find people who they are your friends, you have many of them around you. You have many of them around you. What do? You engage them. You engage them. So till when they grow, and of course, sometimes you don't take advantage of that weakness. Sometimes you have to be intentional about taking a part of some people's time. You have to be intentional. Okay, please, I would want you to do this for me. You take advantage of their time. Another thing you leverage on is you leverage on other people's expertise. You leverage on other people's expertise. They will say, jack of all trade, master of none. Well, I don't know who said that, but I don't think it's a valid proverb in our generation. I don't think what's it called? A valid proverb. Why? Because I don't need to be a building contractor before I receive a building project, when I can leverage on other people's expertise. I don't need to be into aluminium before I get a job of aluminium. Hello, Mr. Israel. I need somebody who is good in what's it called in solar installation. Oh, you need somebody who is good at solar installation. Oh, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. It is already done. What do? I contact somebody who is into solar installation. Please send me quotations. I forward to that person. No matter what, I will receive my change. Oh. That is what I'm talking about. So you leverage on other people's expertise, leverage on their brain. You don't need to be a to go and study catering before you have an eatery. What do you have to do? You leverage on somebody who has the expertise, who is good at it, who is good at it. But some of us, any little knowledge, you begin to puff. You feel okay, you have gotten it. Oh no, 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 no. You leverage on other people's expertise. I've said you leverage on other people's money, you leverage on other people's materials, you leverage on other people's time, you leverage on other people's expertise. You leverage on their expertise because you don't know everything. I don't know everything. There are many things I don't know. So we keep growing, we keep growing, we keep growing every day. So pending the time you will get the full knowledge of that thing, look for people who know it. Whatever result you are looking for today, somebody has attained it long time ago. So all you need to do is to locate that person. How is this done? Swallow your pride and find people, ask questions. Oh, I want to start this. How is it done? I want to do this. How is it done? Let them open your eyes. Leverage on their knowledge. Leverage on their intellect. Leverage on what they know. Leverage on what they know. Why? Because you will keep riding. You will keep riding on what they know. You leverage on it. It will save thinking, it will save you the stress of racking your brain, and just by submitting and being humble, you get the expected results. Another thing you leverage on is you leverage on relationships. Some of us, we are so bad. In one of the sections, we'll be talking about relationships. I'm not talking of relationship between opposite sex. Of course, we might talk about that, but basically, leveraging on relationships. Some of us, we don't know how to keep a team. You can't gather people and successfully keep them for long, for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You can't successfully do that. Why? Because you don't have a good human management skill. And if you don't understand the principle of leveraging, especially in relationship, you might need to struggle. Why? Because there is somebody that has the results you are looking for. There is somebody that knows somebody that has the results you are looking for. So that boils down to having a good character, a good human relationship, so you can leverage on their relationship. So sometimes I don't need to know that person at the governor's office, but then I know somebody that knows somebody at the governor's office that can just call that somebody and say, please call that somebody wants to see the governor. That is it. You are leveraging on relationship. And of course, when it comes to collaborations, many people in this generation, you want to stand alone. You don't want to collaborate with anybody. You don't want to work with anybody. You just want to stand alone. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So you have to leverage on other people's relationship. On relationship. Leverage on relationship. Manage relationship well. If you understand all these principles of leveraging, I tell you, business, you will have a different mindset on business. If you understand the principle of leveraging, you would not need to struggle in every areas of life. Of course, there are times you need to try to, but then ready to serve God, you will serve the devil. So if you are into business, there is need for you to also leverage on the sovereign God. Why? Because business is spiritual, money is spiritual. So I have never seen a successful businessman that is not bowing down to something. I have never seen a successful man that is not bowing down to something. That person is bound down to something. So I want to encourage you, if you will strive. I tell people, irrespective of what other people say, the definition of wealth is not money. The definition of wealth are not cars. The definition of wealth are not houses. Why? Because even the devil offers that. Even the devil offers that. Now, what is my own definition of wealth? I define wealth as the abundance of everything that has to do with life and what? And godliness. From the scripture, the Bible says that God has given to us everything that has to do with what? That has to do with life and godliness. Everything that has to do with life and godliness. So I tell people that whatever any unbeliever is having, irrespective of what he's having, is a trap to him, is a trap to him, because it's a deception. Why? Because real wealth comes from where? Comes from God. Real wealth. The Bible says, I have given you power to do what? I've given you an ability. I've given you the intellect. I've given you every strategy to do what? To create wealth. So understanding all these principles, all these things I have said today will make your business easier, will make your mindset as regards business have a little shift. All right, we are coming to the end of this section right away. I want to encourage you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my Instagram, and follow the Instagram page, and as well the Facebook page. Please follow all our social media, and so that you can get notifications. And please, I want to say this, that I would love to be receiving response and what you would want us to talk about, what you would want me to talk about. So I'm going to be giving the opportunity, giving you all the opportunity. Tell me what you want me to talk about in the next edition of Wise Generation. So we just bring up a topic around what majority of the people want us to talk about, and that will be closing on Wednesday. Every Wednesday I'll be releasing out what we'll be discussing for the next Wise Generation with Oni Israel Toluwani. So I remember Oni Israel Toluwani. Kindly subscribe, invite your friends, invite your loved ones, because this is going to be a life-changing sections as God helps us. So have a wonderful day.